got some good news for your ears. More of that good stuff is coming up. And even better news for your hair. The best hair care is at Sephora. They've got all kinds of products for every kind of hair. From brands like Amika, Kerastase, Day, and K18. You knew where to get great audio. Now, you know where to get great hair care too. Sephora, good news for great hair. Shop hair care now at Sephora.com.
Gatorade is the #1 proven electrolyte blend designed to hydrate better than water. So you can lose more sweat and raise your game. Gatorade, is it in you?
She's got this jerk that comes over all the time. He's constantly over there, you know? He's like a wedge in between our relationship.
Is that this fellow?
Yeah, I would believe so.
This is the plaintiff, Frank Jackson. He says he and the defendant dated, and he ended up buying an air conditioner for the apartment they shared so they could stay cool. Unfortunately, their relationship became rocky, and she threw him out, started a relationship with another guy, and now they are both enjoying the cool air with the air conditioner he purchased. Outrageous. He's suing for $150, the cost of the unit. This is the defendant, Christina Ferrero. She says the plaintiff was very sweet in the beginning, like all men when they start out. Shortly after he moved in, he did buy them an air conditioner as a gift they both used to stay cool in the hot summer months. But once he became abusive and tried to smother her with a pillow, she kicked him out and got an order of protection. Owe him for the gift he bought while they were dating? Preposterous. She's accused of being cold. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for harassment and pain and suffering.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Frank Jackson?
Yes,
you are suing Christina Ferrero, okay, for $150, an air conditioner, and you're also suing her to return a fan that you say she owes you for and must return to you. You have a counterclaim against him for $5,000 for pain and suffering and harassment. Tell me what's going on.
She had an air conditioner in the apartment that wasn't putting out very well, that I felt like I'd buy her another one.
Okay, hold on one second. Before you get there, you two were dating?
Yeah.
Okay, how long had you been dating?
About 2 years.
Oh, okay. And then were you living in that apartment?
Not exactly.
What does that mean?
I would stay there in the evening, sometimes at night.
Did you have your own apartment?
No.
Where else would you stay when you didn't stay there?
I'd probably be staying in my truck or over my mother's.
Okay, so you were probably living there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
not exactly living there, though. You know, I wouldn't be there in the day.
According to you, he was living there. Yes or no?
He lived with me. I'm getting over my laryngitis. Pardon me.
Okay. Okay, so go on. In any event, you were either living there or you weren't, but you were definitely dating her.
Yes.
And then what comes up with the air conditioner?
The one she had in there wasn't. I felt like it wasn't putting out cold enough air, so I said, "Let me buy another one for us to have comfort."
Right.
You know. And then she's got this jerk that comes over all the time. He's constantly over there. You know. He's like a wedge in between our relationship.
Is that this fellow?
Yeah, I would believe so. You know?
You have a relationship with her still? I thought you guys broke up.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
I broke up with her.
Okay.
You know? The guy's constantly there. You know, he's calling up at 7 o'clock in the morning to see if he can come over. She knows that she's got a boyfriend, you know, so why don't he just get lost? Okay. And I got sick of it. Okay. And then one time he calls up again, 7 o'clock in the morning, "Christina, can I come over now?" You know? And then my girlfriend at the time says, "Oh, yeah, you can come on over now, Joseph, as soon as the gets dressed and gets out of here," you know? So I said, "You know, you talk to me in front of him on the phone like that, you know, It's over between us. That's it. You know, the guy's constantly there. You know what I mean? I wasn't living there. I'd say that he was living there, and she was two-timing me. You know?
Sounds like it. But okay.
Yeah.
But then you bought the air conditioner, and how long was the air conditioner there before you broke up?
I guess for a year. I have the.
Okay. So why does she have to pay you for the air conditioner? And then the fan came from your garage, or? No,
I bought it at a garage sale.
Okay. And then, so she has to pay you for these things. Why?
Why? Because I told her I wanted to break up with her, and that was during that heat wave that we had. And I'm not going to go sit outside sweating out there, okay, while those two are enjoying the cold air from the air conditioner I bought, you know?
All right.
I'm trying to make a point, you know what I mean?
I know you're trying to make a point. I know you are. Talk to me and tell me your side of this thing.
He's telling wrong. He didn't dump me, I dumped him. I said, you're not welcome back in my apartment. And I changed my phone number. He's very rude and mean and crude. And Joseph, he's my neighbor. I had 10 operations, and he helped me through most of them. That's why Joseph is my neighbor, and he helps me when I need his help.
Is he your boyfriend or no?
No.
Okay.
He could be my son. I called him my son.
Well, I was going to say, you go, girl. I don't know what, you know. I'm not, who am I to judge?
You're the judge. I said, you're not welcome back anymore.
What was the problem between you two?
He didn't like me to have any friends. He didn't like me to talk to him. He's right across the hallway from me. When I yell, help, help, when my phone was broken, he's the one who called the police. I have police reports because I had no phone. That's when he threw me down on the bed.
You have a restraining order against him?
Yes, I do.
For what?
And an order of protection.
For what?
For bullying me, and he hit me. I had black and blue cheeks. I had black and blue feet, and I called the police because I'm scared of him, and he threatened us with death. He says I can buy a rifle without a permit and shoot you both. He put the pillow, I have it on the report, and he put the pillow over my face. I couldn't breathe, and I motioned like, get off of me, because I couldn't talk. And I said, what are you doing that for? And he was just so mean and aggressive. He says, because I want you to shut up. That's when I was yelling and screaming, help, help, help. And my neighbor heard, and they're the ones who called the police.
Did you press charges against him for domestic violence?
Yes.
And what's going on with that case? Is that pending right now?
Yes.
Hold on.
Wait. What is going on with that case? Do you have a lawyer?
Yeah.
And is that case pending, meaning it hasn't come to court yet?
It's over. I went to the court. I had a court-appointed attorney, and the district attorney was there, and they dismissed the case. Okay?
Was she there?
No, I don't believe so. Now, I didn't do mean harm to her. I just got a pillow.
She says you bruised her face. She says you hit her.
I didn't hit her.
She's lying about that.
I didn't hit her. I didn't. She had a bruise on her face. You know what I mean? Because I was just trying to, tell her to be quiet. And she just kept on screaming.
You know, my husband tells me to be quiet, and I don't end up with a bruise on my face.
Yes, you are.
Okay, because he's going to end up with a lot more than a bruise on his face. All right? I don't get it. So, no, you don't accidentally... She didn't fall when you told her to be quiet. You know, and it's not a pillow fight. You didn't hit her with a pillow, like you said. You know, when you're trying to smother somebody, that's very serious.
Right. I understand that. But I already went...
Why does she have to pay you for a gift you gave her because you don't like that there's another person in her life, whether it's a boyfriend or a neighbor or a friend or whatever else? Why does a gift become a loan that she's indebted to you on? Because if you loaned her money to buy an AC, or if you bought her an AC and you told her she had to pay you back for it, none of which you've ever said, all right, that's one thing. But if you buy an AC because you're living there and you're enjoying it for a whole year, to then when you guys break up, say, oh, there's another guy there, so now I want you to pay for the AC, that's not how life works. You don't get to make a point through the court system. Yes, I know you're unhappy, but it is what it is. It happens to all of us. We don't all get to say what happens in our relationships. Sometimes they end before we want them to end. But that doesn't make a gift of an AC a year ago into a loan.
Right. I didn't exactly make it a gift. I just said I bought the air conditioner so we can both enjoy it.
Yeah. Did you exactly say, and you owe me $150 then a year earlier, or did you just buy an air conditioner for the place you would live in? By the way, did you ever pay rent?
I just.
Did you ever pay rent?
No.
If you weren't working, how would you pay? So you were paying the rent?
I would give her money occasionally.
Pardon me. I pay the rent, I pay my utilities, I have my apartment, and I said, if you don't like it here, there's the door, and you may
But
leave.
how long did you have him living there without paying anything?
2 years.
What's wrong with you?
I was stupid for allowing that, because I'm
You have a counterclaim against him for $5,000.
I don't know if I'll get it. I'm asking for the maximum.
Right.
Doesn't mean I'll receive it.
Well, that's
but
true.
He harassed me all this time. I know Joseph in my building for the years. I mean that.
Joseph, do you have any testimony that you want to share here today? Talk to me.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if two people are in a relationship, can one person have somebody else of the opposite sex just come over all the time and hang out? What do you think?
Absolutely not. It puts a bind in the relationship.
Does it? I mean, they can't just be friends?
I disagree. I think they can be friends as long as they're honest and faithful to each other and just let they know what is going on.
Okay, I'm going to you. What do you think? Can they do it?
No.
Why?
Because it's awkward.
It's just automatically suspicious.
Yes, if you have someone around of the opposite sex all the time, it's
They're going to bang, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Going inside the courtroom.
The only reason why she had me around was because of him. Because of his violence, from his attitudes, from his judgmental, for no reason. Like, I can just be minding my business and already he wants to call, like, the names and stuff like that for no reason.
Did he call you? Are you saying
Yes, he called me, like, to her. He would say, why are you hanging around that he likes wearing your lipstick and stuff like that. I'm like, what are you saying? Like, I don't even know you from a hole in the wall. And then you're disrespecting me for no reason. Just because I'm hanging around her, helping her. I help her with, like, going to grocery stores because it's hard for her to walk. She have accidents and stuff like that. I just help her like that. And then for him to disrespect me for no reason, like, I didn't understand that at that point.
You have an audio, apparently.
He does.
Can I hear it?
Yes.
This is an audio of what?
Of when he used to call me names
He
and
called
the way
me
he
white
talks
trash.
to her.
Did you tape him without him knowing, or did you?
I called him to tape it from my telephone at that time.
Okay, so it was a message he left on her phone?
It was
He
a message
left it
of
on
the-
my phone.
Okay, go ahead.
And I let him
Play it.
record it, from my phone.
Turn it on. You want to say something?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
When I did call, you know, I had a few drinks in me, and I wasn't
Then
good
your
at-
true colors came out?
I wasn't, I said it out of anger. I wasn't going to do anything.
Okay, you know what? You gave her a gift. Leave her alone.
Okay.
It's done. Okay?
Yeah.
You gave her a gift, it's over. You go your way, she goes hers. Now you have a $5,000 counterclaim for pain and suffering and harassment. You just want this guy to leave you alone, right?
Exactly.
Right. Leave her alone.
Yes,
because
Your
if you don't, you're going to jail and it's going to be for a long time when you violate a restraining order. You got it?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's my judgment.
Thank you kindly.
So Judge Milian rules for the defendant here, and the plaintiff comes out into the hallway. Step on in. What's your feeling about what just went down in the courtroom?
I really believe that I should have gotten my air conditioner back or be paid for it because I believe I was entitled to it. You know?
Okay, well, the law felt otherwise, that it was a gift at the time and doesn't turn into a loan now. But do you think did you allow things to go a little bit too far?
Yeah, I guess I would suppose so. But what I didn't like is she always had that fella helping her out, but I could have taken her, you know what I mean?
So are you going to let her go her separate way and
Yeah,
you do the same?
that's it.
Okay,
It's over.
all right, okay. All right, right down this way.
Thank you.
Let's see what the defendant has to say about that.
Hello, how do you do?
Okay. All right, so you satisfied how this comes out? You stand right next to her, right?
Absolutely, because he lies a lot, and he was taking advantage of my kindness. He's my neighbor who...
Why'd you allow him to do that?
Because I was kind to him because he needed help, but he abused my kindness for stupidity.
Do you think you've seen the last of him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Harvey.
Okay, you know, remember, if somebody is abusive toward you, generally in a relationship, it does not get better. You should really think about that and remember that. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Raise the rudders! Raise the sails! Raise the sails!
Captain, an unidentified ship is approaching. Over.
Roger. Wait, is that an enterprise sales solution?
Reach sales professionals, not professional sailors. With LinkedIn ads, you can target the right people by industry, job title, and more. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started today at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This is the plaintiff, James Falcone. He says he owns a fishing boat, and one day there was someone from the defendant's dredging company directing him out of his marina towards some pink buoys so he'd avoid hitting one of their cables. Next time he went out, there was no one directing him, and unbeknownst to him, there was still a submerged cable in the water, and he hit it. The cable tore off his propeller, damaged his steering mechanism, and he was jolted and injured his groin. He's owed big time and is suing for $1,088.54 to fix his boat and pay the urologist bill. This is the defendant, Rich Wickberg. He says there's no way the plaintiff hit one of his cables, because if he did, the cable would have been twisted like a corkscrew. The cable was fine. The plaintiff could have hit anything out there and is just trying to pin the blame on him. He's been in the business of dredging for 63 years, and if he caused any damage, he'd surely take responsibility. He's accused of causing a catastrophe.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Do you and each unit.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff says the defendant's dredging company left a cable in the marina, and while the plaintiff was tooling around in his boat, the boat hit the cable and it jolted him and injured his groin. But the defendant says the plaintiff didn't hit the cable at all. It's the case of you're breaking my balls.
Thank you, Douglas. James Falcone?
Yes.
Hi. You are suing Wickberg Marine Contracting Incorporated, represented here by Rich Wickberg. You're the owner?
Yes.
Okay. For $1,088.54 that you say you are due as a result of their negligence in a dredging project that you say damaged your boat. Tell me what happened.
I was a New York City fireman for over 20 years. I've owned a boat for 38 years.
Just thought you'd throw that in there?
Okay, well...
Have you heard how I like firemen? What is that about? I don't know. Are my girlfriends talking to you? What's going on?
Just to get an idea about safety.
Okay.
Owned a boat for 38 years, was in the Marine Division for 9 months, and had just passed a boat safety certification. July 16th, I had 3 friends on the boat. We were going fishing. It was approximately 8:30 in the morning. I came out of the water channel, and as I proceeded towards the channel, there's dredging going on because of Hurricane Sandy. As I proceeded towards the mouth of the channel,
do you want to come out and show me? I guess show me on the...
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah. Well, who else is going to do it? Nobody else knows how you...
Okay, well, he went towards the boat.
Okay, yeah, well, he wasn't going to do it.
All right. So I proceeded out towards the channel to go fishing into the Raritan Bay, and there were 4 pink floats that hold up pipes that the dredger would connect to and pump out the sand onto the beach. So the week earlier, when I was coming back from fishing, through boat radio communication, I was told to come back this way on the north side of the buoy. Okay.
Well, the way that's drawn, that's the only way you could come.
Well, this sometimes gets open like a gate. So if they were there that day, they weren't working that day, I would communicate and they would open that pipe to use it like as a gate. So it was 8:30 that morning. I didn't see any dredgers there. I didn't see anybody working. So I came up towards the mouth of the channel and just looked and said, all right, let me go the way I came back in.
In other words, that's the only way you could go.
Correct.
By the way that's drawn, or is that drawn incorrectly?
No, that's drawn correctly.
Okay.
It's just that sometimes when they're not working, or let's say at the end of the day, this pipe is taken out, and usually you can go straight through. Like if you were to go at night.
Is the pipe over water?
It's just underwater, just right above or
And you
underwater.
can see it?
Not all the time.
But sometimes you can see it and then you go that way?
Sometimes you could see it if you get close enough to it.
So, okay, but I don't understand. Was this the first time you ever went out and there wasn't somebody directing you?
The 3 or 4 times I've gone out since June 1st, I've communicated with the boat radio asking which is the best and the safest way to go. And
to whom? Communicated with whom?
To the dredgers.
Okay. So again, was this the first time that you'd ever gone out where there was no way to communicate with the dredgers because they weren't there?
Yes, nobody was working that day, which I found out that Friday, 4 days later, when I spoke to Mr. Wickberg.
Okay. So go on.
Okay. So as I proceeded, didn't see anybody to communicate with. I went around the north side of the channel. As just going around the north side of the channel, the boat took a quick 90-degree turn. There were 3 guys on the boat. We got jolted on the boat.
You mean took a 90-degree turn because something hit it?
Yes.
Okay. Or it hit something, I mean.
Something grabbed onto it, a chain or a cable. And as we got towards it, then there was a big bang and the boat shut off. We all looked at each other. This pink float was right on the starboard side of the boat. We said, we must have hit this because it got dragged in and we got dragged in towards this float.
Do you have a picture of the damage? Did your mechanic take any pictures?
It's all underground. I have an estimate for all the damage.
What do you mean underground?
Well, underwater. Underwater.
Well, I know until you take the boat out. Now it's not underwater. Did you take pictures of the damage or no?
No.
Okay.
It was just a prop and everything else was internal inside the boat. A steering box, a steering cable, and the labor that was
done on the boat.
boat.
Do you have the paperwork from the repair?
Yes.
May I see that?
Sure.
Did you ever speak directly with Mr. Wickberg?
Yes.
Okay.
I met the nice gentleman, great guy. At that point, he looked at the estimate. He said, I'm not going to pay for all of this. I said, no, just because I had other work being done on the boat, just what was done with the accident.
Which was how much?
$826.
Okay, so the rest of your lawsuit is the tow charge?
That's to take the boat out of the water with a forklift, be put on a trailer, and then with the trailer, take it to the mechanic.
Got it.
That's the service fee from the marina.
$23 copay for doctor.
Right.
Why?
Okay. When I got jolted, I was the only one standing with the boat, and my groin area hit the steering wheel.
Oh, God.
Okay? I know.
Okay, well, sorry to hear it. And
then? So was I, and I was a little nervous.
Okay.
4 days later.
So was Mrs. Falcone, and then what?
Okay. I figured I'd get a laugh out of that.
I don't mean to laugh at other people's misery. I hate doing that, but anyway, it's at least you could laugh.
Thank God everything
because I assume everything was fine?
Thank God.
Okay. All right. Now, what's up?
Now, well, like Mr. Falcone said, he came to my office. He explained to me what happened, and I said, was the dredge there? He said, no, the dredge wasn't there. So I said, well, do you know what a dredge is, Your Honor?
I have a feeling, but I'd rather you educate me than I assume.
I have a picture.
Okay. What's the purpose of the dredge?
To clean the sand out of the channel. The mud, the sand, whatever, to whatever depth they want.
What about things that were blown in by Hurricane Sandy? No, that's different.
That's why they got to pick the cutter up every now and then, because you get big truck tires in, you get big pieces of wood, especially at the end of a jetty. So there could be any one of a million things out there that he could have hit.
What's the pipe that's drawn there with the pink buoys?
That pipe is not where it was.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's. Can we bring up Google Earth on this site?
That's the end of the jetty there.
Okay. Why don't you come over here and point to where, unfortunately, I guess our Google Earth doesn't have the pipes, but anyway.
All right. The pipe, we were pumping it up here on the sand. We were pumping it up here. The pipe was along the edge of the channel. So the dredge was done at the time he hit the buoys. He told me he went out and went this way. There's an anchor out here, 150 foot, and then there's a buoy here with a pennant cable between. He went out between the two buoys, and he says he hit the cable.
What should he done, though?
He should have went out the center of the channel.
How's a guy to know?
Well, he's been going in and out of this channel for all these years. He knows he can't go out here, and it was dead low tide when he went out. I have a tide chart.
And you're nodding.
Right.
Why are you nodding?
Because I've been out of that channel hundreds of times, but I've only been out 3 or 4 times this year because the boating season started June 1st. every time I went in and out, I was communicating with the dredges. The marina gave me a station to communicate with the dredges. That day, nobody was there, but for me, I'm guessing which way to go. Do I go this way or that way? Is the pipe there? Is the dredger not there because it's somewhere else? I'm assuming that that pipe is going across the channel.
And you're saying the pipe wasn't going across it, but how's a guy to know?
The pipe was anchored over here, and then they had two 40-foot floating pipe plus 8 buoys, and they're not pink buoys.
They're not pink?
I want to clarify that right now. I'm a Viking, and I do not use pink buoys.
Listen, real Vikings use pink buoys, okay? That's okay.
I know. I have pictures. They're orange.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, no, I want to see your pictures, actually. When were the pictures taken?
These I took, last week?
Do you have pictures from that day?
No.
What kind of fireman are you?
One that didn't have a camera that day.
Do you have a phone?
No.
You don't have a phone when you go out on the boat?
No.
Okay, who put the ink there on that picture?
I didn't.
Okay, well, but I don't want the picture defaced. I want to be able to see what I'm looking at. And they're orange. They're clearly orange. Is it accurate that there, at one point in time, there was pipe going from this buoy to this buoy? No. And that it would be opened when the...
No, the pipe just went on the one side of the dredge, and it was kept anchored to the east side.
And then what was over here? Another pipe?
No, no pipes over there, just the anchors.
Why don't you come on up here for me? Tell me what this is attached to. Tell me what that's attached to. Tell me what that's attached to.
That's the anchor.
Okay, so that's just a buoy marking that there's an anchor underneath.
This buoy here is the other end of the cable.
So there's a cable going from here to here?
Right, and the same on this side.
Okay, and what is going now or at any time between here and here?
Do you have the pictures of the dredge? That one. That dredge would be going out, and this wire would go to the anchor on that side. The wire on the other side would go to this anchor here.
I see.
You drop the spread here.
I see. Okay, hold on.
Pivots.
So what you're saying is that the other times that he went out, this dredge was in between these things hooked up, and that's why he had to go around. But when the dredge was missing, you say it should have been common sense for him to just go straight through.
Follow between the jetty.
Because there never was anything blocking from here to here if the dredge wasn't present?
Right.
Okay. Go ahead and go back. I understand what you're saying. Now you tell me what your response is to that.
Okay, so if the guy was navigating toward the edge of the marina and hits the cables, is the cable company, the dredging company, responsible? I'm going way in the back.
Yeah, I would say definitely yes.
Why?
They need to be able to clean up after themselves.
Yeah, but they're doing it where you normally don't drive a boat. Is the dredging company responsible?
No, I think it's tough luck. He went off the route, and it could have been rocks that hit the boat, so I say no.
Fair enough. 2 points of view going inside the courtroom.
Okay, Your Honor. I really am not familiar with his line of work and his business. But when I come out of a channel, there are channel markers or channel buoys.
Right, and this is the normal way to come out. Just tell me if I'm right. The normal way to come out is just go straight out.
Straight out.
If there's no dredge in your way, then there's no reason for you to go the unsafe way out to the left where things are. If there's nothing in the way, then the default position is go straight through. You didn't go straight through because on these prior occasions, they told you to go around.
Exactly.
But the prior occasions, they told you to go around because this big fat thing is in the way. But this big fat thing is not in the way this day.
You're right.
This day, why would you not go straight through?
Well, Your Honor, I thought
Slowly. Like, that's what I would have done.
Your
and
Honor,
I don't know much about boats, but I would have gone, I'd be looking like that. And
I went very slowly.
Or I'd be calling the marina and saying, hey, what the hey? There's no one out here. What am I supposed to do? Can I go straight? I'd be doing something other than going the very unsafe way that you chose to go.
Well, I couldn't see what's under the water, Your Honor. But I've only gone the way that I went the weaker.
Mr. Falcone. I'm not feeling it.
2 black balls, 2 black
I'm not
diamonds.
feeling it. I don't think that it's their fault that you didn't go out the normal way when there was nothing there to indicate that you shouldn't go out the normal way. If you'd gone out the normal way and snagged something, they'd be paying for the damage. But what you ended up doing was assuming there was something underwater and going around a different way. And I just can't fault them for that. My verdict in this case is for the defendant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I really wish you'd called the marina and just stopped and,
Well, Captain, you're right this way. Just come right over here. Didn't go too well.
No, not at all.
No, that wasn't a good voyage in there for you, but Are you going to take this up with the marina?
I'm not sure if I can,
Maybe you can. Should check that out.
It's a shame.
How's the injury?
I'd rather not ask. I'm not talking about it.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right, limp right out that way with Officer McIntosh. Okay, come on in here. Step in. Are you satisfied how this comes out?
Yes, very
Ever happened to you
satisfied.
before like this?
I've had numerous occasions where people hit something and then they blame it on the dredge. They hit the pipe, they hit this. It wasn't a question of the money. It was a minimal amount of money. It's just the principle. I'm tired of getting banged out by people who don't know where they're going.
All right. Amen.
Amen.
Harvey?
Point being here, if you have an ability to avoid an accident, you have a legal obligation to do so. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
These are the plaintiffs, Lourdes Rodriguez and Isis Barlow. Lourdes says Isis, her granddaughter, spent the night at the defendant's house, and the defendant allowed two boys to come over at 2:30 in the morning. Turns out when Isis woke up, her iPhone 4S was missing, and she thinks one of the boys stole it. The defendant was the responsible party in the house. She let the misfit boys into her house, and she thinks the defendant should be held responsible for the missing phone. They're suing for $1,179, the value of the phone. This is the defendant, Allison Alexander. She says Isis has lost her phone before, and she thinks the girl's simply not responsible enough to have such an expensive device. She doesn't remember seeing Isis with a phone in her house and has no idea when or how the girl lost it. All she does know is she's not responsible because no one saw how the phone disappeared. She's accused of being a phony.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiffs say that their girl stayed over at the defendant's house with the defendant's girl, and in the middle of the night, the defendant's girl invited two boys over. They stayed all night and stole the plaintiff's phone. But the defendant says the plaintiff's daughter loses phones all the time. It's the case of the phone pilferer.
Lourdes Rodriguez and Isis Barlow, you are suing Allison Alexander for $1,179 for a stolen iPhone 4S. Okay? Talk to me. I'm dying to hear it.
On April 12th of 2013, she asked me to stay over Jasmine's house.
How old are you?
16.
Okay.
And I took her there at about 9 o'clock in the evening. And the following day, at about 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I think it was, anywhere between that time, she called me telling me that her phone was stolen from the house, from where she was staying at. Now, I wasn't aware.
What day of the week was this?
Weekend.
It was a weekend, and so you went over to, what's your daughter's name?
Yasmin.
Yasmin's house, and what happened?
We hung out. She had two boys come over. I had asked to come over her house. I asked to sleep over. She said yes. I went over there, and around like 10:30, 11, two boys that came over. She had told me only one was coming. I didn't know that another boy was coming. I had never met these boys before. Their names were Moses and Chris. And one kid was really cool, and the other one was, he gave a weird vibe. Like, he kept staring at me mad weird, and I was like, okay. And we hung out. At 11, we went to the store. We came back. We kept hanging out. At around like 2 in the morning, I started to get tired. The kid, Chris, had already fell asleep. He was asleep in a chair. And Yasmin and Moses were just hanging out talking in the room.
Which one was a weirdo to you, Chris?
Chris.
Okay.
He kept making like weird comments towards me. And I don't know if it was because I was white. Yasmin had told me he had a problem with white people. I don't know.
What kind of white comments was he making?
Like, he was playing rap music, and he was like, oh, is my rap music scaring you? And I'm like,
okay.
no. And Eventually, I fell asleep, and I woke up. She had came into the room at like 6 in the morning, telling them they had to leave.
At 6 in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, curfew. Okay.
And Yasmin had got up.
Did you know
she
these
walked
boys
down.
were still over there at 6 in the morning?
Yes.
Is that only strange to me? I mean, they're 16.
No, it was strange to me too.
So, did you not know the boys were there? You say you did know. So
Yes,
why didn't you
I-
say get the heck out of here at some other hour that's not 6 in the morning?
Because I did, and Yasmin said that the boys they couldn't go home at that time.
Why not?
Because they wouldn't be allowed in to their homes.
Well, that's
at that
unfortunate for
time
them,
in the
isn't
morning.
it? I guess they shouldn't have stayed out past curfew. Right? So why don't you
And-
just throw them out of your house? It's your house. Why don't you act like a mother and not a friend?
Well, because my mom thought that I shouldn't throw them out at that
Who's
time
your
in the
mom?
morning.
Your mom thought that you... Nice advice. Look at us now.
So are the defendant's parents irresponsible or realistic?
Irresponsible, because I'm pretty sure my mom wouldn't let anybody do that.
Your mom is nodding. By the way, really the mom?
Yes.
Good genes, let me tell you. Wow, going inside the courtroom.
All right, so now what? What did can I just ask you a question? What would she have said if she knew that there were 2 boys there till 6 in the morning?
She would have came and got me or something.
So why didn't you call her?
Because I
With the phone that you still had when you went to bed.
I didn't know they were staying there until that time. I had fell asleep with my phone and everything, and then at like so she came in, she woke everyone up, and I continued to stay sleeping. Yasmin had got up and walked them out. And then at like 10, I had woken up again, and when I wake up, I check for my phone, see the time or whatever. I felt around for my phone on the bed, and I couldn't feel it, so I went back to sleep.
Hold on. When she woke everybody up at 6, you had your phone.
Yes.
And then she walks them out, and then what happened?
I woke up again, and the phone was gone.
So they were out when the phone became missing. Where'd you lose your phone, sweetie?
In the bed, in the house. I went to sleep with
Right,
the
but
phone.
if you're
woke up
saying
with
that
it
she
gone.
wakes everybody up and rouses up the 2 boys and says you have to leave now, and you look at your phone and it's 6 o'clock, and then she takes them out, they're out when you have your phone when they're being taken out. So why do you figure they stole your phone?
I didn't figure that. That's what Yasmin said. Yasmin said, I think the boy Chris took it.
But you don't think that.
I don't know where my phone is.
Well, then why are you suing them? Why is it her fault, Mom?
Because the boys were in her house at
Yeah,
the
but
time.
did you hear your daughter or not?
Well, that wasn't what she had
What
said
had she
in the
told you?
beginning. She told me that the phone went missing while the boys were there.
Okay. And
That's
then
what she
why
told
are you
me.
suing for $1,179 for a used iPhone 4S?
Well, actually, the phone was just a month old when it got stolen.
What did you pay for it?
She got it in March.
What did you pay for it?
Her mother had all those
Wait,
papers.
who
I
are
couldn't
you?
get from. I'm the grandmother.
You're her grandmother? Oh my God, how old did you have your baby?
At 18.
How old did she have her baby?
15.
You still look really young.
Thank you.
I know. Okay, do you have custody of her?
Yes.
Legal custody?
Yes.
Okay. But you're suggesting that you paid $600 for the phone, and you want not just the $600 that you say you paid, but also $579 so you want 2 phones. Why are you suing for 2 phones?
Because we have the, this is the new one, the one she has now that we had to purchase.
She's 16 and you've bought her how many new iPhones?
Well, her mother bought her one.
Okay.
Well, was this your third?
I think it's my second.
Second.
Nah, it's your third. Your first one, you lost, right?
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
third. That is my third.
And how do I know that? Because according to your daughter, in your answer to the complaint, your daughter tells you that the plaintiff lost her other iPhone. Then the one that from that evening is number 2, and this one's number 3, right? 3 iPhones, 16. Okay. Maybe if she has lost 2 phones already, she shouldn't have such an expensive little gadget. Tell me, so what's the, let's just assume, let's go with the guy idea that somehow, but why would she be responsible? Because she allowed them to stay there? Because
she apologized
it's the
for
girls
it disappearing.
Huh?
She apologized for it to ISIS for it disappearing.
Well, you know, she's full of bad decisions, right? Letting the boys stay there,
Well, that's what I
apologizing for
told
something
her.
she
Why
didn't
didn't
do,
she
but
call
what,
me?
how is she legally responsible for your granddaughter losing her phone?
Because it was on her property, it was in her home.
Yeah, that's not how it works. You have to have some legal theory of something she did wrong. For example, she knows these kids are hoodlums and she lets them in her house. She's got to know they're hoodlums.
Well, she didn't know them.
Well, they didn't steal it because your daughter's own testimony is that she looks down and it's 6 o'clock. So, and they're being escorted out.
Well,
so it's more likely that her. I mean, I don't know if your testimony's to be believed, then maybe Yasmin took it. I don't know. Yasmin lives there, but you got to be able to prove things in order to. I can't just say, hey, happened on your property, boom. Can you imagine? You got 16-year-olds in your house, they do something bad, and no matter what, it's your property, so absolutely everything is your fault no matter what. That's not how the law works. It's just not. You would have to be able to pin it on her somehow that she did something, not just that she stole it. She could be doing something else negligent, like she knows they are thieves and she lets them in, or but you don't have any of that. You don't even have proof that Chris took it. In fact, you've just disproven that Chris took it. And so what are we left with? You lost your phone. Based on what I've heard, I cannot order this lady to pay for 2 phones, the old one and the new one. Which would put you ahead of the game, $1,179. And based on what I've heard, I'm not going to order and pay for 1 phone. And do you have Find My iPhone on
Yes, it was turned off. My phone was turned off. That's how I know someone stole it.
Right.
Because they did it
I
right
fell
away.
asleep with my phone on and
I
fully
once
charged.
tracked my phone to another part of Miami. Actually, it was my daughter's phone. And I had a few old friends in that department from my prosecutor days, and we actually went on a search and tracked it down to a certain house, and then they turned it off. And then I just thought it was kind of crazy to proceed with this, because it was just a phone. But yeah, Find My iPhone's awesome until somebody gets it who's a pro. So I don't know what to tell you, sweetheart. I don't know where you lost your phone. I don't know how sure you are. I don't know. It's just one of those things, but I'm not going to make her pay for that. Verdict for the defendant.
Well, without any definite proof of who stole the phone or where it wound up or why, how can you possibly expect the judge to pin it on the defendant?
Because I feel like it was in her home. She should have been responsible for the company that her daughter keeps.
Well, you understand now from the ruling and how the judge explained it that that's not the way the law works.
It's not, I guess.
Right? So what do you think happened to the phone?
I have no idea. I know someone took it because my phone's not going to turn off by itself.
Okay. Right down this way. Follow Officer McIntosh this way. Okay, step on in here. What do you think happened to the phone?
I don't know.
It happened in your house. Great idea or not such a great idea to have these boys staying over until 6:30 in the morning with the girls?
Bad idea.
Okay, what do you think happened to the phone?
Somebody took it?
Who?
I don't.
Harvey?
Okay, this one's real simple. You have to prove your case with facts. What the plaintiff in this case tried to do is prove it with theories, and it doesn't cut it.